My name is Peter Williams and I am the founder of Aubin. I first came to Salcombe when I was at university with a girlfriend, and it left a really, really indelible mark on me. Not just because the sun's always shining here, or it seems like that, but it's breathtaking, the beauty. There's just so much history in the town, and all the people who live in the town, and all the many families have got multiple generations here. It's really a unique place. So when I first started thinking about starting my business, Jack Wills, it was sort of inconceivable to me that I should open it anywhere in the world other than in Salcombe. I mean, literally every single person I knew thought I was completely insane, not just for going into the industry full stop, but doing it in this little seaside town in Devon that I didn't really have any great connections with. But to me it was just kind of obvious. It was crystal clear that this was the only place in the world that I could open it. Stubborn that I am, we managed to get our hands on this tiny little shop, number 22 4th Street. It's 160 square feet of prime Devon retail space. We got the shop, and then we never really had a master plan. We just really wanted to have a good time, make great clothes, surf and sail in the summer as much as we could, ski and snowboard as much as we could in the winter. That was pretty much the long and short of the plan, but it did seem to work out all right, because this is I always think of this iconic little shop as a little acorn. You know, we grew from that little acorn, we grew the business all around the world. We have stores in Hong Kong, Singapore, across the Middle East, across the US, and obviously all the way across the UK. You know, our approach, US is not a straightforward market, and the approach we took was to open stores in Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, just near Cape Cod. They're just utterly wonderful places, and they are exactly like Salcombe, except Salcombe with loads of massive private jets. But to be honest, this little shop, this little acorn, you know, it's really where everything comes from. It's where everything was rooted in this little shop, in this little town. You know, really that's where it all started, and is the spiritual home of everything that I've ever done. And with Aubin, you know, we created Aubin after we'd created Jack Wills, and I always thought of Aubin as the grown-up. You know, it's a sort of much cooler older sibling. The first time around when we launched it, mid-2000s, you know, it was when fast fashion was just taking off. Everything that we stood for was almost the opposite of fast fashion. You know, we just wanted to make stuff that was brilliant, that people loved, that was really, really good quality, always sold at a sort of fair price that reflected the quality of the product. So it's definitely not cheap like fast fashion is, but not crazy expensive either. Just really a really fair price for what it is. But always a classic, stylish product, always inspired by British heritage, always made in the best factories in the world, and really, you know, really sold in a kind of unflashy way. So there's a real serendipity to being back here. It's taken me 26 years to the day since we opened Jack Wills first time around, but this time it's Aubin. It feels great. It's such a pleasure, such a privilege to do it all over again. It really is. We're doing it in a place that I absolutely love. I'm doing it with people that I absolutely love, and each and every one of them is just absolutely brilliant at what they do. I'm very proud of that.